give us a call. Number is 410-702-5657, or you can text in at 443-642-9403. Couple of announcements. Force Continuum. It is a play written by Kia Corthorn, and it is being put on by Cohesion Theater Company, directed by Rosalind Cawthon, and it's a play about being African American and being a cop and dealing with that duality. It opened last weekend and will close next weekend. So you have three shows to see this weekend and three shows to see next weekend. So you better get to it. Our host, your regular host, is in the why I'm here by myself, feeling like I'm struggling a little bit. But if you get the chance, you should go by and see Nate and give him some love and show him some support and show some love to Cohesion Theater Company. Brad was a guest on the show last year, and he came on when he and I believe the young lady he started Cohesion with's name is well, no, I'm not going to guess. I can't think of it right now. But he came on and talked about trying to boost the role of women in theater, period, and thinking of casting and writing outside of the box, not being so traditional all the time, finding something new, a new way of looking at it, a new perspective. And they took on some pretty lofty goals. They did their festival back in July of last year, where they had all of the plays on a list of fabulous female playwrights or plays that were written by women that were amazing, and they had all of these plays read all over the city of Baltimore. They enlisted the help of several good friends of theirs, and it was quite a success. I believe they're going to try and do it again this year. I hope they do. It's a pretty amazing thing to watch happen, but I'm sure it was a lot of work. So if they take a break, then I understand that. So Force Continuum, that's open now at Cohesion Theater. They're doing it at 3200 Dillon Street at United Evangelical Church. I've heard it's a beautiful place. We have our open house. That's in 3 weeks, right? May 14th, from 12 to 5. There'll be an extended broadcast. So it'll start out with the Artist Exchange show, and then we will just continue on until 5 o'clock. We will have the doors to the building, to the radio station open, and you're welcome to come by. We'll have some victuals, some refreshments, and you'll get a chance to meet the other hosts of the other shows. And we'll all be interviewing people here in the studio, and we'll do some shouts out in the lobby. And so, if you're interested, if you want to come and advertise with us, and you'd like to meet the hosts to make sure that we would represent your brand well, you're welcome to come. If you are an artist and you're looking for an opportunity to represent yourself, you also can come. If you are a past guest, if you are a future guest, you can come. So we all hope that you come and hang out with us and spend some time with us. We're a fun group of people. We tell jokes. So that's on May 14th from 12 to 5. That's a Saturday. So we hope to see you here. What other announcements do I have, Jabril? I feel like there's something else I should be telling people about. The Actors Studio was last week. Oh, I guess that's all the announcements.
Wait,
Your mic is really broken, huh?
you can hear me though.
Oh, I can hear you.
Yay!
Oh, it's very bad though. It's very poor sound. Yeah, it's buzzing. There's a buzz. Yeah, no, you gotta turn that off. Okay, good. That's better. Okay. to be a host on Be Exposed Radio. That's the other thing. So, if you're interested in being a host, if you have an idea for your radio show, you just have to email info@beexposedradio.com. Oh, that reverb is driving me nuts. Info@beexposedradio.com. In the subject line, you want to put, I want to be a host, or I have my own show, or, something that lets us know who and what you want and who you are. And if you have music that you would like to share with us, send that in. Now, it has to be sent in to info@beexposedradio.com in MP3 format. We can't play anything else, so don't be mad. If you feel upset that we haven't played it, go and check and see what you sent us. And if it is not in MP3 format, then shame on you. So that's how you do that. I think that's all the announcements that I have. So this is Poetry Month, or it has been all month long. And I have a ton of poets that I'm friends with on the internet. My very, very, my very, very, very good friend, Ebony Payne English, is a poet. So she has been posting every day. They all do it, or at least all of the people on my feed do. They do a poem for every day of the month. And so she's tagged me in all, and I think all or most of them at the very least. And there's one I'd like to share with you, but I have to find it. I personally think she's a very dope poet. She's one of my favorite poets. Let's see if I can find the piece I want to read you. If you are a poet and you have a piece that you'd like to share with us, give us a call, 410-702-5657, or you can text in at 443-642-9403. I'll read your poem if you don't want to. I don't know why you would ask me to do that, since you can just call in and say it, but yeah. All right, it's taking me a little while to find that. But in the meantime, oh, here it is. Okay, give me a second. So this is titled 26 of 30. All the superheroes I know have day jobs. To the poets who push away their pens in order to supplement their income, you are more than what you have become. To the ones who handle the customer service line just to pay for studio time, I respect your grind. For every thespian waiting tables to keep financially stable while waiting for a callback, act like you know that you're the next big thing to blow. You're the next thing to blow. For the lyricists whose bars are delayed by 12-hour workdays, for teachers who brave the front lines because they have our children in mind, even though your high school coach lives beneath the poverty line, they serve divine purpose. Artists and educators are here on earth as cultural ambassadors and protectors of broader perspectives. When you choose music as your elective in grade school and develop it into a science, when your gravity defiant toe touch was enough discipline to keep you out of the streets, when the only thing you ever wanted to be was a creator, you were born that way. Oh, there. All you aspire to today has already made its way to your presence. These gifts are the essence of the human condition, which is a collaborative experience as College tuition spikes, salaries in public schools dive. Art is appraised and criticized by people who spend their lives judging our value, evaluating whether our most captivating renderings are worthy to be valued. History is passed along through education, dance, song, visuals, and stories, yet there is no glory for the lowly artisan. All the hype is in the armament of young men and women who are recruited to fight under the guise of a collegiate life without student loans. Thank God Romeo Jones came home from Iraq. Too many just like him didn't make it back. The struggle is real. Dear hearts, I feel you. Stay strong. Allow the passion within to rage on. It's beautiful. I love it. It was great. It's a great piece. It gives me hope because I definitely am. I'm definitely a pencil pusher Monday through Friday, and I try hard to get in my little bit of creativity here and there. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't forget, come back and sit right where you are and continue to listen. This is the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live on BeExposedRadio.com. In the building, we have live Mr. Michael Ryder. There we go. And Mr. Steve Yarn. They're doing a partnership based on what was it again? The stories of the Vulcan Blazers. An awesome production that they have coming up. And now the name of it will be called Baltimore Heat. There we go. They were telling us a little bit about, they're in the pre-production phase of developing this Baltimore-based production. It seems like a really awesome idea. I'm always love for more artistic events to come here, and because it's more of an event because you guys are going to actually use Baltimore as your complete backdrop of the city, and that's very awesome to hear.
Yeah, we want people to fall in love with this project through the visions and the tales we're going to tell about these firefighters, but also we want them to fall in love with the city of Baltimore. Just like they did with Miami Vice and Chicago Fire and NYPD Blue and
Sex in the City,
and all these other places that have the city as a star as much as the artists and the actors are.
And Baltimore has for many years have been the backdrops of many movies. I could think of a few Whoopi Goldberg movies, Sleepless in Seattle. A lot of these movies that have always used Baltimore as a scene, not to mention The Wire and Homicide and countless other movies, House of Cards, all these movies and television shows that have always used it, but it was never really about Baltimore. They always included Baltimore in the story or the backdrops or certain historical scenery.
Things they absolutely needed to say.
But House of Cards actually shoots in Baltimore. But they're saying that it's Washington, D.C.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're shooting here and not even giving us credit for the places we're here.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real
You
talk.
are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Blow it up, that's how we ball out. Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Blow it up, that's how we ball out.
Hello. It's your girl Mecca. Give it to you straight, no chaser. You can find.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now.
Hello, 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 hello out there in radio land. This is your host for the evening, Big Mama Ama. Welcome to Hot Topics, which is not very hot topic-y, honestly. Have had my head in a hole for the week because I work during the week. And I have to call people and talk to them and hang up and call other people and talk to them. Ted Cruz announced that Carly Fiorina would be his vice president. Wow. That's kind of first of all, it's very early in the game to announce such a thing. Usually you wait until you have gotten the nomination before you try to before you announce who you're going to take with you to the White House. I personally think that it is part of the attempt to block Donald Trump from getting the nomination. I'm not a fan of Donald Trump at all. But I feel like if the American people vote him in, then who are we to say he can't do it? I mean, who are you to say he can't do it? I mean, that there's a reality to the path that the party has gone down. And that's where you find yourself now. I feel like they're kind of late, you know, they're waiting way too late to try to turn things around, to try to change it. It's just not good. Just not good at all. But you know, maybe it'll work. I mean, I don't think that we would vote Trump into the presidency. I think he could win the Republican nomination, but I don't think he can win becoming the president of the United States. I don't think that he's that popular. So, you know, we'll see what happens there. What else? I've been watching a lot of television lately. And And there are several television shows on Hulu and Netflix that I am a huge fan of. So we'll talk about that for a second. So there is one show called The Real O'Neills, and okay, so I guess I have to tell you when we come back because I only have like 40 seconds. So this is Big Mama Ama on the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. Don't go anywhere. I have some great entertainment to tell you about coming up.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Throw it up, throw it up.
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
Along with some other between 1 and 8. I'll have more info on.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
How did you know that this is what you wanted to do as far as being a singer or entertainer?
It's always been in me. It's always been a part of who I am since a child. Since a child, I've always gotten karaoke boxes, and I've always learned this song and solos in school and all of those things. And I met my Reflections actually in high school, and we were singing and we were singing back then, choral music.
Douglas High School.
Yes, quick, come on through here. So
2 G's in a day pass.
Okay, 2 G's in a bus pass, baby. It used to be, of course. It was destined. I feel like it was destined. My whole family sings. Everyone in my circle sings. It's like I just couldn't get away from it. I'm always gonna sing.
Where did your personality come from? Are you always this crazy?
Yes.
Yes. This is crazy.
Right.
I woke up like this.
Okay.
And went to sleep like it too.
Literally.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artists, real talk, real live. On BeExposed. Along with some other between 1 and 8. I'll have more info on actually not on the next show, but
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Throw it up, throw it up. Watch it all fall out.
I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
If you had a dream venue, where would that be? Like, some people want to do Carnegie Hall or like a big stadium somewhere.
I want to go with Madison Square. I wanna feel that
so
building.
You just shoot for the moon.
I want to feel it. I want to look out and just feel the vibration of all of those people there to be uplifted and all of that, 'cause that's what I want to do for people.
So are you dancing? Or you?
I want to implement that. I think I want to start doing some blocking, like not like tear it up, but but just like a
little 1 2,
hell, a little not voguing, but kind of the essence of it, very cozy and hit the mark. Yeah, we're not trying to like bust out sweats.
So that's mean you don't have the dance gene in you.
I can dance.
Okay,
that's not what I want to do. I can dance, but I'm not, trying to get that. That's not my lane. I want to keep it really kind of a retro feel with like the new school with a retro feel. Like
okay. Little Banji Soul.
Yeah.
People gonna start using that.
Right. And they should.
Little Banji Soul. Yeah. But just mark it so people know, like this was mine.
This where it came from. Because people was queens out here now that was princesses last week. They was princesses before my album dropped. Now they queen or something. Like, pinky up.
I cannot. The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artists, real talk, real live on Be Exposed.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Blow it up, that's how we ball out. Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Blow it up, that's how we ball out.
Hello. It's your girl Mecca. Give it to you straight, no chaser. You can find me on IG, Mecca_Dawn1. And I'm here with my lovely co-host.
It's Tina Ugani. You can find me on Instagram at Persia_Glam. Follow the show on Instagram at the Happy Hour _show. Facebook, the Happy Hour Radio Show. And this drink is real good, Mecca. I'm liking it.
It's called
tonight.
Mango Passion. I'm gonna get to the ingredients.
Okay, we're gonna get to that.
Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now.
Hello out there in Radio Land. This is your host for the evening, Big Mama Ama. I hope you're having a good night. So when we left for the break, I told you I was going to talk about what I'm currently entertaining myself with. And so we like funny in my house. I, by myself, personally, can do drama, but when we are all there, comedy is paramount. So, my husband found this show called The Real O'Neills, and the writing on this show is fantastic. I laugh constantly. There are no moments where I am not laughing. So the whole premise of the show is that this is a family of 5, 2 boys, 1 girl. The girl is in the middle. No, I'm a liar. The 2 boys are the oldest, and the daughter is the youngest. And they are the perfect Irish Catholic family. They go to church. They, their brother, one son's a jock, the other is very smart. The little girl's very smart. Everyone does what they're supposed to. They take these perfect pictures. They're like the picturesque family. And what happens is we join them the day all of that falls apart. And what you find out is that this perfect couple is on the verge of divorce. The oldest son has an eating disorder. The youngest daughter has, she's a thief, a really good thief. And the middle son is homosexual. And the show is pretty much told from his point of view. So it's dealing with that concept of what we want people to think about us and what we really are. And it's very, very funny. It moves at a very quick pace, so you have to keep up. And what is funnier than teenage angst? And there's some very, very funny moments. The most recent episode I watched, the youngest son, I can never remember names of things. I'm looking it up while I talk so that I can give names, because trying to use pronouns gets very convoluted very quickly. So the son, who the show is from the perspective of, he is in a play. He's in Romeo and Juliet, but the woman who's in charge of their quote unquote glee club, is doing it with a zombie theme, which is just the most awesome thing ever. First of all, put me first in line to see zombie Romeo and Juliet. His mother is in an effort to try to spend some more time with him. Eileen is her name. Eileen joins the planning committee, or she's like assistant director, or team mom, whatever you want to call it. And she gets excited because this teacher has decided to add in a wedding scene, and Kenny, who is her middle son, is the one who the story is told. So Kenny gets cast as Romeo, and his ex-girlfriend, yes, he had a girlfriend at the very beginning. This is how we find out that he is a homosexual. His ex-girlfriend gets cast as Juliet. And so there she is in the rehearsals watching the scene where he is pretending to marry a girl, and she gets a little crazy and tries to throw an actual wedding and has them in a tuxedo and a white wedding dress, and has created a seating chart and bought a cake and just went completely overboard with it. They come to the point where he realizes what's happening, and then he refuses to be a part of it. And then, of course, he's talked back from the ledge, and everyone apologizes for being crazy. But they're all a bunch of complete nuts. It's very, very funny. I have also been binging TNG, The Next Generation, Star Trek, for those of you who are not in the know. I'm a bit of a geek, deep on my inside parts, and I love Star Trek, and I watch it constantly, and I have gotten my husband addicted to it, and I'm very proud of myself. I think that's a very good thing. So everyone watches it in the house now. We're all invested. So I've seen like the first 3 seasons almost all the way through. Or I've seen the first 2 seasons all the way through, and I'm now getting through the 2nd season. I personally like old television shows. I watch Murder, She Wrote. I watch Twilight Zone. What else do I watch? I watch a bunch. I watch DS9, Deep Space Nine, Stargate when I get my hands on it. I like old television. I like shows from before. I like to see costuming. I like stories, the way that they told stories, camera angles, all those things. There are a lot of things that go into making a television show good. This current crop of comedies, or there is a current crop of comedies that are especially good because they dabble in a bit of everything. Take Brooklyn Nine-Nine, for instance. There's a plethora of characters on there, and all of these people are funny within their own right. You've got Terry Crews and what's that funny looking boy with the nose? You know who I'm talking about? Andy Samberg, Yes, he does. He has a big nose, but he's so funny. And what is his name? Anthony from Homicide: Life on the Streets. What is his name? Anyway, so there are a bunch of people on that show, and they take the time to spotlight each character to give them they give all of these characters are very rich and they're very well-rounded characters, and they all get their opportunity to get an episode about them. And it's an interesting dynamic in the way that they have them relate to each other. The situations that they get themselves into, because they are also cops, and cops have to be a certain level of smart. Just in general, to be at least a good cop, you have to be a certain level of smart. So it's always interesting to watch people who are of a certain intelligence get themselves into very stupid situations. One of my favorite moments is when they plan a weekend retreat, and without really thinking about it, invited the captain, which then they realized was the complete wrong thing to do. So they decided they were going to throw 2 different parties, and they came up with this plan that for 15 minutes at a time, people would be in the party with the captain, and they would kind of fluctuate in and out. But of course, he finds out that there are 2 different parties going on, and that moment when he comes down, he's like, "What's going on here?" and everyone's like, "Oh shit." So the writing on the show is very good. The characters and the way they relate to each other, and then there's their choice in filming also I'm a huge fan of. It's done very much like, it's a parody on a cop show, but it's still filmed in the sitcom style. So you're just kind of sitting back and watching the crazy unfold in this police precinct, and these very stringent individuals, these people who fight very hard for who they are, and nothing imposes that it's not, they're very OCD in a way, or complete chaos. So there's a lot of fun people to watch there. What else have I been watching? Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I've seen almost every episode of it. It's hilarious. And what else? I'm a huge fan of Parks and Recs. If you like shows that make fun of reality shows, this one is truly worth watching. I especially appreciate it because they had some very interesting guest stars, some very interesting people join the cast. I guess the casting is one of my favorite parts about it, because they very much picked a group of people who seemed very regular. And they really sell you on this little tiny town in Indiana and the drama that they go through in their day-to-day lives, trying to make their city a better place by serving the public, and trying to follow their dreams, and the missteps and the mishaps. And then some of the people that they get to join the cast, because it is such a good show. It's always fun. You see Genuine comes on a couple times. He's not the best actor, but it was fun having him on there. So, and that one, same thing. You have a bunch of very quirky individuals who are put together in this little room, and then they have to figure out how to work together to achieve the goal that they all have to achieve. Well, most of them have to achieve, which is to help people. There are a couple of characters who are not there to help people, but what is a story without an antagonist? So what else have we been watching? Quick Draw. Quick Draw is a Hulu original. This is one of those that I'm currently crafting a very angry letter to the producers because there's only been the one season, and there's no announcements or anything about when the new season's coming. And we've watched that one season like 5 times. Well, maybe not 5 times because I was watching it the other day, seeing things that I forgot and things I didn't see the first time. So it's always worth, if you can, going back and watching something again and again. I tend to drift off to the sides and I'll see posters in the background that are hilarious and, costume choices and books people are reading. In scenes, there's a lot in a visual medium, and if you can get the time to really catch all the visual in the medium, then you do yourself a favor. There are a handful of directors out there, storytellers, who purposely dress their sets. Stanley Kubrick was famous for it, being very specific about each individual thing that you saw and how the story flowed. Flow of story, something Quentin Tarantino is famous for, the way he has his, if it's fast paced, if it's slow, if it's chopped up and rehashed, there are a million ways to do this, to be in this medium, to utilize this medium. And I'm always amazed by someone else's way of looking at things or way of doing things. Again, being a huge fan of comedy myself, I try to look for things that will make people laugh. The other thing I do like watching are superhero shows. So I've seen like almost every episode of The Flash, and Arrow. I like Arrow. And what's the other one? The Legends, DC Legends is another one that I've been checking out. That one's okay. It's not great, but none of them really are great. Most of them are they're good. They're television shows, so their budgets are much more limited than a movie, because a movie is this big one-time thing and then that's it. Maybe you get 2 or 3 other stories, but they're never as good as they're almost never as good as the first one. It's very rare to run across a sequel that is as good or better than the original. So we'll continue talking after this break. Remember, this is the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com, and this is your host for the evening, Big Mama Ama.
Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
Free stuff for you just for listening to this station. Yo, we got your attention? Here's how it works. You click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for cool stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple. Free stuff just for doing what you already do. Radio Loyalty. Click the banner to join now.
Check out this flashback.
What were you, like a prostitute or something? Like you can't.
I got it. No. I was always in sales. Like I've been in sales since I was like 14, and I could sell anything. I could sell salt to a snail. I could sell ice to a polar bear. So it's like,
he was working.
Yeah, I was working.
Okay.
I was working.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I was in sales. Sold cars and sold this and sold that. And
I feel you.
My biggest thing was, I never been down with the whole, giving your money to people that's already rich.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? And I feel that as an entrepreneur, when you see like Black businesses, Latino business, because I grew up in Texas, so I grew up around Blacks and Latinos, and just support your community, support everybody. I will support everybody's community, support the world and all that. But at the same time, it's like be an entrepreneur yourself, invest in yourself, and invest in what you believe. And I just don't think that we should give money to these dudes that's already rich, that's already been making money. Like, why?
I agree. I'm working on that. I'm trying to be where you are.
Invest in yourself. That's my thing. And it's just, I've actually reached out to a lot of folk on Instagram that got their own club. Like, I got a homeboy in Baltimore that owns a clothing line called 1616.
I've seen him.
Yeah, it's the homie KJ. And KJ, like, we clicked off instant, shout out 1616, y'all doing it. But, he holds it down for the city of Baltimore. He loves his city, and that's what he does. And his whole thing is based out of Baltimore. But he showed me, some skills and some ways to, make my company better, make our brand better. And, it's I buy his clothes, he buys my clothes, and stuff like that, It's just investing, invest in your people, man. If your people got something, just believe in them, send money their way. The rich, because you always got to remember, like, the richer you get, the richer your people going to get with you. Absolutely. And then y'all get rich together.
For this and more, be sure to tune in to Be Exposed Radio to catch what you miss on the Happy Hour every Thursday from 7 o'clock p.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Blow it up, that's how we ball out. Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Blow it up, that's how we ball out.
Hello. It's your girl Mecca. Give it to you straight, no chaser. You can find me on IG, Mecca_Dawn1. And I'm here with my lovely co-host.
It's Tina Ugani. You can find me on Instagram at Persia_Glam. Follow the show on Instagram at the Happy Hour _show. Facebook, the Happy Hour Radio Show. And this drink is real good, Mecca. I'm liking it
called
tonight.
Mango Passion. I'm gonna get to the ingredients.
Okay, we're gonna get to that next. And we got, of course, our favorite DJ.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's DJ Twiz, the Biz.
Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now.
Hello out there in Radio Land. This is your host for the evening, Big Mama Ama Brown. So, talking about what I've been entertaining myself with lately, because I've had my head in bag. Oh, you know what we can talk about is the guy that tried to get into the Fox 45 studio yesterday. Or was that, Thursday? That was Thursday. Wow. Yeah, that was yesterday. That was crazy. So I work not too far from there. And wow, man. He just walked into the studio. I mean, he tried to get in through the vestibule. So there's a vestibule you have to be buzzed in. You have to have an appointment. You can't just walk into a news studio. Same thing with any place that's, broadcast. You have to buzz in or something like that, right? So he's in the vestibule and he's told them that he's got bombs strapped to him, and he set his car on fire in the parking lot before he went in. I listen to 98 Rock in the mornings on my way to work, and one of the contractors who was in the vestibule with him. So what happened was he went in and there were two contractors installing something, installing a light, and then there was a security guard there. And so they were all there. So one of those contractors called the radio station this morning and talked about how the kid, said he had been in his car, talking himself up for a long time before he went in. And it turns out that all he really wanted was for them to put this information on his USB out when his father was talking about how he had recently suffered a mental break and that they had been very worried about him. They didn't think that he was a threat to anybody, but they were concerned about how he was coping skills. He'd been under a lot of stress lately. He lost a job, lost a girlfriend. So he was feeling kind of out of control and without any boundaries and he has been depressed lately. And I'm not really sure what leads one to use, whether fake or not, weapons to try to force someone else to hear them out. But that seems to me like a person who does not get heard out much in life. It probably could have benefited from some counseling. And I think that everyone can benefit from counseling in one shape or fashion or form of another. What is therapeutic to you may not be therapeutic to the next person. I know a lot of people enjoy writing things out. I'm one of those. I like to write it out. There are 1,001 things, and I actually will write a story as opposed to, I have a journal that I write about what actually happens, and then I have, I will write stories about, what I think could have happened or what, I wonder could have happened. I think that in order to process things that happen to you in a day, you should find something, some way of putting it out, of getting it out and being able to look at it and sort it out. And there are lots of ways you can do that. You can draw pictures. You can write stories. You can write poems. You can blog anonymously or anonymously. I don't know if that's the opposite of anonymous. Anyway, so, you really should take the time to take very good care of your mental health, because your mind is what is in control of your body. You live 90% of your life inside of your head. There are lots of things that run across your mind that you don't share with people, that you don't say out loud. There are a lot of, I know for me and personally, it's I personally feel like I deal with relationship things. So I don't feel like I make friends very easily. I feel like I talk too much and that people are offended by the things I say, because I don't sugarcoat things. I am thoughtful, but I am not rose-colored goggles kind of individual. So I kind of call it like I see it. So for me, in my head, the things that are going through my head, oh, that wasn't what you were supposed to say. Oh, that person's not real happy with you. Ooh, I think I messed that up. I think I ruined that relationship. That's where I live. I live in this constant worry that I have said that was the final straw. That's the last thing. And no one else is going to want to talk. They're never going to want to talk to me again. I also fall into self-doubt issues, have I done enough? Is this enough? Because I'm not an overachiever. I called myself an achiever the other day. I do not go over, I do achieve, though I will accomplish things in a acceptable fashion. And so, when I am around, like my boss now, she's an overachiever. She is a go above and beyond individual, and that inspires me a great deal, but also can cause some confidence issues. Also, it's like, oh, okay, because now, all right, I have to make sure that I represent myself. I represent her through my actions, because I'm now part of this very close-knit little family, and I have to make sure that when I am going out in public and I'm talking to people, that I'm representing myself well and representing them well and her well. So dealing with We'll come back. We got to pay some bills real quick. This is Big Mama Ama on the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement.
Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know you're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education, brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
What you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
I don't like stuff in my mouth. If that's what you was talking about.
It's in this commercial closing.
No, seriously, I don't. I'm a germaphobe. Everything on your body is dirty.
Everything.
So I'm damn sure I ain't gonna put it in my mouth. That's probably why I'm single. Thank you.
Is there a lies button?
Somebody slapped me on my face with one before. I had to get up and go wash my face. I was done. I said, "Don't! How dare you? You filthy ass animal! Get the hell out of my house!" It was a problem because it's like clearly you don't remember when I met you. I checked your teeth to make sure you had them all. Because that's a problem for me too. Your dental hygiene. Because if you're missing a tooth in the front, that means you don't brush your teeth at all. I'm sorry. And I know Jabril just had that tooth missing and all, but if I would have met him on the road and, he would have been trying to I'd have been like, what's going on? At least you could have did was break a Tic Tac in half and put it up there when you met me. You just can't be coming to me with no sharp teeth. It's not okay.
Check out the Talk Lately show every Tuesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Blow it up, that's how we ball out. Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Blow it up, that's how we fall out.
Hello. It's your girl Mecca. Give it to you straight, no chaser. You can find me on IG, Mecca_Dawn1. And I'm here with my lovely co-host.
This is Tina Ugani. You can find me on Instagram at Persia_Glam.
You're struggling with your mortgage. You think about it. You don't do anything but think about it.
What are we going to do if we lose the house? Where are we going to go?
At work.
I can't let anybody find out. I'm so embarrassed.
At dinner.
How can I tell the kids? It's going to wreck their lives.
And at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get through this. What's going to happen to us?
It's time to stop thinking. It's time to start dialing. Call 1-888-995-HOPE for a free government program that offers expert one-on-one advice about your mortgage options.
I'm all alone.
No, you're not. We've helped over 1 million homeowners, and we want to help you. And now there are more ways to help. Call 1-888-995-HOPE or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now.
Hello out there in Radio Land. This is your host for the evening, Big Mama Ama. I hope you're doing well. I got a couple of announcements here at the top of the hour. We have our Be Exposed open house May 14th from 12 to 5 here at 1 East Lexington Street. If you are a business owner, if you are an artist, if you have a product you are trying to figure out how to move or advertise or, all those things that business-minded people think of. Come on down. You can meet all the hosts of all the other shows. You can meet the owner of the station, and we will be discussing business. We'll figure out if we are a good fit for you. We will definitely shout you out on the radio for coming down to see us. And we will get you in touch with other people who are like-minded individuals, who are doing the same things you are, who are trying to accomplish the same things that you do. What else? We have the vote for TAE at repyourgrind.com. That's repyogrind.com. Repyourgrind.com. The voting happens until May 10th, and you can vote once a day from whatever device you're using. So make sure you go in and vote for the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Nate has been nominated for Host with the Grind of the Year for Internet Radio. We have, if you are a business and you are looking for a way to advertise, looking for a way to reach the people, we would love to be a part of that. Send your information to info@beexposedradio.com. Find out and get in touch with us. Make sure you put in the subject line looking for advertisement or something of that sort, so we know who you are and what you're doing and what you need. If you have music that you would like to share with the world, then send us an email. Make sure you send it to us in MP3 form, and in the subject line, again, play my music. This is my music. We'd love to have music on the radio, and we will find a place for it and play it. The Artist Exchange is definitely playing new music. And if you would like to be a radio show host, if you have an idea for a show, or you'd like to just host a show, hit us up at info@beexposedradio.com. There is a show that I believe we're looking for a host for. The name of the show is Who Got Bars? And it is a show that is supposed to represent and give a platform to local artists who are to give a platform for local artists to display their work or and talk about what it is to be in the hip hop, to be a hip hop artist, to be a crafter. So those are my announcements. I started out letting you guys know and reminding you that this is Poetry Month. And so in that vein, I am not much of a writer, so I don't ever read my work out loud. But my very best friend, Ebony Payne English, is a very dope poet. And she has very faithfully written, or very faithfully is writing 30 poems for each day of this Poetry Month. And I read 26 of 30 to you earlier, and that piece was about those of us who live the dual life of both artist and time clock punchers. And she gives shouts out to us to remind us that there is much more to us than just what we do Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And not that that isn't a noble endeavor. I do love my 9 to 5. I don't think I'd leave it even if I were, like super successful at something else. It's the only thing that pays me right now. So thank God I'm good and like it. So this piece is one she wrote this morning. This is 27 of 30. Two parents escort their 5 offspring across the road this morning during my morning commute. One of the little ones refused to step down from the sidewalk. It was short-lived. Normally, I wouldn't give something like this a second thought. What gave me pause was when the duckling followed his or her parents' actions, it followed them right into oncoming traffic. No, they didn't die, but they cut it pretty close. I wonder what finally provoked the straggler to step into the road. Was it just doing what it was told? Did that cancel out what it knows to be so? Which was quite obviously crossing the street for a small creature like me is dangerous. Did her parents interpret her hesitance as disrespect? Was it intellect that interrupted? Obedience eventually corrupted the sensibility that granted the temporary ability of free thought. Without the wisdom of my elders, I'm lost. But blind faith in anyone comes with a cost. Pay attention even when you've been given a guide for your mission. Guidance is not always Guidance is not always is not always commented with protection. In all things, there is a lesson to be taught. The family of ducks made its way safely across. Some would say her parents did their job. So I like that piece too. I really love the section here. Was it intellect that interrupted? Obedience eventually corrupted the sensibility that granted the temporary ability of free thought. I'm definitely someone who struggles with following rules. I always have been. There are rules I follow because I like them, and there are rules I don't because I don't. And I think that being able to decide whether you are going to follow the rules or whether you're going to break off and do your own thing is valuable. There is something to be valued in the ability to have cognitive thought and to be able to think a situation through and decide what your strategic move is going to be. I have been joined in the studio this evening by the illustrious Monty. Or is it the infamous? Is that better?
It could be either one.
Either one.
Shanky. Okay.
I had to struggle with my microphone earlier too. It's all good. It's one of those nights. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing okay.
All right, good. I'm glad to have you here. It's been kind of weird talking to myself. Jabril, the microphone Jabril's on doesn't work, so he couldn't chime in. Yeah.
I know.
Oh, that's on purpose.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. That's terrible. Sometimes we need somebody to talk to. So you know that this is Poetry Month?
No.
Yes, April is Poetry Month. Who's your favorite poet, Monty?
Maya Angelou.
Really?
No. That's the only person I do.
That's the only one you know. Do you know any of her pieces?
Still I Rise.
There we go. That's the one everybody
Phenomenal
knows.
Woman.
That's the other one everyone knows.
Oh, that's not the same?
No, they're not the same. No, there are two different pieces. She's one of my favorite writers. I enjoyed actually reading her her books. She has a book called, one in particular called There
We Go Again.
No, in Gather Together in My Name. And it's autobiographical. She did I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, Gather Together in My Name, and All God's People Gotta Walk in Shoes. And all of those books are about her life. So in Gather in Gather Together in My Name, she goes from being a teenager to being a woman, and she has a child, and she's trying to figure out how to take care of this child, and she ends up becoming a whore. Yes, she had a very real life. So she's a whore for a little while, and then she ends up taking over the whorehouse and becoming the madam, which I super proud of, because she turned herself into a boss. But she went through some stuff. Maya Angelou has a very, very powerful story. And I guess most people who make it to that level do. There's something great that they have to sacrifice, or something awful that they go through that allows them the opportunity to reach such heights, as you would call it.
Check out my Jinky sweater. I'm sorry.
Oh, somebody's live on Facebook again.
I did. I am live on Facebook. I'm always on there.
Yes, I see you pop up on my phone. I get the little buzz. So I've been talking about
tonight's show is sponsored by Subway.
Oh yeah, is it?
It's like, no.
Like, really? Did we make that happen?
How you doing?
Right. I've been talking about things that I've been entertaining myself with lately. So, and then we'll talk about our new mayor, because Baltimore. Oh, we'll have to come back.
She's not married yet.
Break
She's not married
Not quite yet. Oh, okay. So when we come back from this break, Monica, educate me on the political happenings of Baltimore. This is the Artist Exchange Radio Show on Be Exposed Radio.
We can still do something about it. God damn it.
Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
Check out this flashback on Gangsta Goddess Radio Show.
You are true to yourself. You walk that, and you walk it with your head up, because yes, I have this gangster in me. I can do this. I will persevere. I will keep moving. We have
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement.
Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired Radio Show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what I learned. That's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do.
Pay?
I mean,
not always.
Listen, the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay. And there is a place where finances is necessary. And when you got kids and when you got a wife and then you doing everything and you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place like with this radio show, you ain't in the same place you were a year ago. Should nobody be coming on the show and not donating to your show?
Can you say that on my show?
Should nobody be coming to your show?
Can you say that in the middle of the live?
Make that a promo, please.
Should nobody come on this show without donating?
That is a nice commercial.
I don't care if it's $20.
Donate.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on
You
Be
are listening
Exposed
to
Radio.
BeExposedRadio.com.
Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Blow it up,
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
throw it up, watch it all fall out.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We back.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show. This is your host for I didn't hear my little bump, but that's okay.
I heard the applause. What?
So.
No.
Oh,
but they don't get that.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not.
That's the intro to the show.
No protests. I'm not fighting nobody. I'm not fighting no wars. We ain't starting nothing. Frown. Yeah.
Because you hear what it says at the end of that. The Artist Exchange starts now. It didn't start now.
Okay. I ain't arguing with you.
It's in the logistics, because people get confused when they hear that, thinking that the show started just now, and then they coming into the middle of a story. So it's not appropriate.
Okay, I can understand that.
If you want one for every segment, you need to make one for another segment. Otherwise, that's the show intro. God damn you.
The bathroom law.
Oh, but back to what we were talking about. We can get to that, but
in a second.
Yeah.
So, we don't have a new mayor, is what you were saying.
No, we don't have a new mayor.
Okay. So what's
She
happening
is just
here?
The Democratic nominee.
Oh.
The election isn't until November.
Okay.
Actually, it's on my birthday. That's why I know I'm going to campaign that I don't want her to win.
Because you don't want her to win.
I don't want her to win. I just don't know what it is, and I can't even be specific on why I don't like her. It's just,
she owns a business in our neighborhood. She's
Does she?
invested in our
What's
neighborhood.
that?
Yeah, that little
What's-
chic boutique,
Where's that?
chic boutique. The little on Washington, the little resale shop on Washington. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, it's got the little sign with the lady in the hat, and it says "Too Chic Boutique." Yeah.
Where? Up there by
right on Washington Boulevard, or
got a dollar store and stuff.
A little further up.
By the library.
Yeah, closer to that.
Oh. See, I don't go over there.
You should. You should know your neighborhood.
I don't want to.
So because I don't actually own the home that I live in. I rent, but the gentleman who lives next to me, Matt, he owns his home. So he and I and we're community people. We're not people who just are living in a place. We are involved in what
community
happens.
horrible.
It is tough on my street.
That's why
it's very tough. Street.
When I was
not
going to
an
go
easy
vote,
place
I was
to
like,
live.
I don't know. Do I want to drive or do I want to walk? I ended up walking though because there wasn't nobody outside.
Yeah. No, that's what happened. That's how we ended up renting a place, because when we showed up, I was like, oh, this is peaceful. It's all quiet. Yeah, okay. So make sure when you go to see a new place, you go at like 1 PM when there should be nothing happening, and then you can see if nothing is happening.
Yeah. So with the Catherine Pugh thing, by the way, I changed her name. It's what's that smell?
No.
Pugh.
No. Now you already know she's sensitive about her name. She had to shut them down.
Well, she better
at
get
the
ready.
chanting at
Talk
the,
Lately come back May 17th at 7. Right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
That's terrible, man.
She's
You remember she
in
shut
for
them
it.
down doing chanting because they were saying it wrong. She was like, no, Catherine. I was like, oh.
And Stephanie Blankstead being on The View today. Ugh.
On the what?
She was on The View.
Was she?
In the audience, though. She wasn't talking. They don't
okay.
they don't
I
let
was
her
gonna
talk.
say that's some lofty congratulations.
She wasn't talking. She was in the audience because she's friends with Sunny Hostin.
Okay. All right.
So they're probably going to do a girls' weekend or something like that.
She had a little bit of fun this weekend.
What is that smell, though? Poo.
Stop it. Stop it. That woman has feelings, Monty.
I don't like her. But what I was saying was, I just don't know what it is. It could be the way her back is stiff. Like she's stiff, like she got scoliosis.
She looks like an ostrich.
That too.
That's weird.
I don't know. I'm not gonna call her out though because she's probably a very, very nice woman. I used to like her. Like when she was running against Stephanie. When she was running against Stephanie, I wanted her to win.
Not
when she ran against Sheila. I think it's probably I got bad feelings about her because Sheila didn't win, and I really wanted that. But
Sheila got uphill battles, man. She had to
no,
fix
she was
some
only
stuff.
3% from winning, so that's good enough for me.
Okay.
Ain't no uphill battles. What uphill battle is that?
She got a reputation she got to try and fix now because she made some bad decisions.
When?
In her the last time she was mayor. What was that? 4 years ago now?
Oh, we have overcome that. You missed out.
We overcame.
You missed it because she was in the lead.
Nobody told me we were supposed to.
She was in the lead all the way up until like 2 months ago.
Oh, okay. Those must be my personal feelings.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's my. I'm confused
that's all you.
because I was thinking that everyone thinks like me. That's
and they do not. But there's nothing to overcome. To me, gift cards are gift cards. A fur coat is a fur coat. But when you improve a city,
I will say that
there's nothing you can say against it.
I absolutely agree that good deeds should outweigh the bad. However, when you were convicted, because that's what happened, right?
Yes.
They did finally. So when you were convicted, for me, that was you hear all the time people who that stealing is a compulsion. It's a thing that you have to deal with.
But everybody keeps saying the word stealing. I wouldn't, just because the law was called that she stole, I wouldn't call it stealing.
Okay.
Because you
gray
were
area or
the
not.
one in charge.
It's still a gray area. Okay. And when you are in
quintessentially, she was the CEO of the city.
And gave herself a bonus.
Why not?
We were mad at Wall Street when they did it. Why can't I be mad at my mayor?
When you have a budget, because this is small. This is almost like we squibbling over $5.
Okay.
When you have a budget of almost $1 billion.
Okay.
And for it to be after Christmas when this happened, when they were for Christmas.
I mean, and that's probably.
I'm not going to go out and say Merry Christmas to the home. I'm sorry. I was getting ready to say something inappropriate, but you got to go to break.
I do. All right. We'll be right back after this break. This is the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
I'll tell you all.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Throw it up, throw it up.
Only in the forest can you see this. And this. And this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
I didn't know it could do that!
Because one trip to the forest can spark a world of difference.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Football, you basically have a good 10 to 12 years, and that's what it is.
When you have a lot of people retiring early, it's funny. A lot of me and my alumni from UVA, where I graduated from, one of our fellow Wahoos, he retired yesterday, 32 years old, to Brigishaw Ferguson, and he's been in the league like 10 or 12 years. So, like you said, a lot of guys are making that.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Throw it up, throw it up.
Artist Exchange.
The artist.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the right
everybody, it's Monty, the executive producer here at BeExposedRadio.com, and I'm here to talk about my show. I know, how selfish, right? Talk Lately with me, Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So what do we talk about on this show? I can tell you this, there has never been a show that I have gotten completely through the full agenda because our topics, our conversations are just that damn good. I cover politics, gossip, entertainment, and hey, I love a good panel discussion. Hey, get a group of people in here and let us debate it out. That is the best thing in the world. Not to mention, I take calls and texts, and I'll debate with you too. So why don't you get involved and be heard? What's that old adage? Closed mouths don't get fed. That says it all. So join me every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Call me at 410-702-5657. You can text at 443-642-9403. And don't forget to be heard and vote in our weekly poll right on the website. Check it out.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Only in the forest can you see this. And this. And this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
I didn't know it could do that!
Because one trip to the forest can spark a world of difference.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, canoeing, fishing, or camping. Or create your own adventure with family and friends, and you might just see this. Your moment's out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
What are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
Well, what are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. Don't you remember me? Don't you know that we miss you?
Miss me? Who misses me?
You know, all your friends in the forest. The trees, the pond, that little fort that you made out of branches. We all miss you.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
This forest is not that far away. Have an adventure today. I'm sure your mom would take you.
You're right. I should get out. I want to have fun. Play in puddles, catch frogs, and climb trees. Hey, Mom!
Yeah, hon. Steven, what is that in your hand?
It's my sense of adventure, Mom. It's telling me we need to get out of the house and have some fun in nature today.
Come to the forest where the more adventurous you lives. Check out discovertheforest.org for cool places nearby. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hello, and welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. This is your host for the evening, Big Mama Ama. I hope that you have been hanging out with us tonight. Couple things to tell you. We'll wait a little bit later though.
What? Heck was that?
I'm trying to do this hot topics thing all last minute and stuff. So the bathroom law.
Mm-hmm.
I
heard something about that today.
Actually,
while I was watching The View.
Really?
And they were talking about that it was someone in the bathroom that had they had on masculine clothes, but it was actually a woman, and the police came and dragged this woman out of the restroom.
Because that's what's going to happen.
Because they thought it was a man.
This is so insane.
Because she had the Justin Bieber haircut. That's not fair.
No, it's not.
That's not fair to Justin Bieber.
My thing is, you guys are saying this like this is a law. All of a sudden, like transgender people haven't always been here. Y'all act like they just got here. They have always been here. One of my favorite moments in television or movies or whatever is when Crocodile Dundee grabs the dude's crotch because someone told him it was a man. And he's like, no, it's not. Like, yes, it is. And then he goes and he grabs the dude's crotch. And I was like, oh my God, that's so crazy. So, you know, I have been in the bathroom and seen a man in a dress who was having a bad day, and you know, been like, here, let me help you with your hair and let's do this. I mean, people are people first and foremost, and you cannot assume everyone is evil because that's what this law does. This law implies that everyone's a pervert, period. So we're gonna make you do this.
But regardless of this law, see, it's starting to be that we're making frivolous laws.
Yes.
And because regardless of whether you say this or that about which bathroom somebody goes into, that's not going to stop a weirdo from being a weirdo. They're still going to go in the bathroom. They're still going to find a way to do what they're going to do because they're horrible people at
period. They have a heart intent on causing harm.
Right. So they're going to get their fix any way they can.
You can make all the laws. I mean, there are laws against pedophilia now, and pedophiles still do what they do.
They're even on the sex registered list, but that doesn't mean anything to them. They're horrible.
Right.
They're disgusting.
So, I mean, I'm not really sure what this law is supposed to accomplish.
It does nothing.
Pointless.
Because even if you do that, all they got to do is shave it down, pull all the hair out, slick the hair down, be as woman as possible, and you still ain't going to know. That's the whole point.
Sometimes you can't tell.
They feel a certain way, and they want to express it just like you do. It's not fair.
I'm not happy with the whole thing. I personally feel like if this is how I express myself and it's not causing you harm, then I should be able to do it. And
I don't say everybody mind their business.
Right. I mean,
until it starts to affect you.
It's just it's an unnecessary.
I don't understand what you expect.
Because my thing is,
out of this bathroom, like, what do you have in this bathroom that you try to keep a secret?
There are laws against having sex in any position other than missionary.
First of all, just go to the bathroom and then come on out of there. They discuss it anyway. Why are y'all fighting for public bathrooms like they're not nasty and dirty?
I don't understand it. For me, it's another way that the government has now been allowed to oppress us.
If the need to go to the bathroom didn't force me to use the bathroom in a public setting, I would not.
Ever.
I will ever. And I carry around wet wipes because I need a clean surface.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
And I have a little tiny can of Lysol that will mace out of somebody in the bathroom.
My son has begun potty training, so we are in public bathrooms with a small child, and I'm doing weird exercise positions so that he can use the potty without touching anything. It's the worst. This is the worst part of my life.
First of all, the first thing I look for is the family stall because I need the room. You're not going to squeeze me up in those little spaces. I'm claustrophobic. I will knock all that shit down.
The thing that kills me is how few bathrooms have them. Especially in places like malls.
The second thing I look for is a changing table because I need to lay my coat down in my bag and I don't want to put it on the floor because that's filthy.
I can't.
And then I get mad if it's because if I have to really go.
Right.
And if it's one of those toilet paper dispensers that has a double roll at the top.
Oh, yeah.
And then the bottom roll is messed up and it keep tearing. That's why I bring my wet wipes.
Right. Somebody, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating.
It's ridiculous, but it's true.
But,
so you don't have to worry about me, North Carolina.
Right.
Because I'm not going to any of your public bathrooms. I'm not coming to North Carolina. What am I talking about? I'm done. I'm over North Carolina.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I'm really upset about it. I don't like that we've done this. I don't think it's okay for us to be okay with our government oppressing any section of our people. Because the moment we allow
that you shouldn't.
Right. The moment we allow them to oppress one group of people,
just
then we are
continue.
all right. We are all subject to the same treatment at some point whenever they decide that we are the threat. Right. Whenever they decide that our group of people is the threat, then we are the ones who will be openly oppressed. And I can't co-sign on it ever for any reason. Like I can't. Like Martin Luther said, an injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere.
Right.
So you can't isolate it. It's not it's just this. It's just these people. That's not a thing.
Fair.
Yeah, that's not a thing. So,
and I do believe it was 2 incidents that happened today that I was just listening to, but I couldn't remember because Young and the Restless was actually very good today. It was one of those ones that make you cry.
Wow.
So,
isn't Victor on trial for murder?
He's in jail.
He is in jail. Did he get convicted?
Yeah, he got convicted.
It was for murder, right?
Years. Not for murder.
Oh, for what?
But it was 10 years.
What did he do? Did he actually do it?
And some other stuff.
Did he actually do it?
Yeah.
Oh, Victor.
And his family turned, the whole entire family turned on him.
Yeah, they did. The girl, his ex-daughter-in-law was the damn prosecutor, wasn't she? Or was she his defense lawyer?
No, you talking about Lauren.
Yeah, I was watching it without sound, so I was trying to figure out what was going on without turning on.
Cricket was the prosecutor.
Man, that I listen. Of all of the Young and the Restless and Bold and the Beautiful were the 2 that I watched the most.
I watched all of them on that channel.
I can't. It's too much.
It was Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful, As the World Turns, and
As the World Turns was fun, but I couldn't. The fantasy just got to be too much
Guiding Light
for
was
me.
my favorite.
Guiding Light. I loved. What's the one that took place with Timmy, the midget with the witch and the midget? Paradise Island. What is that?
That was St. Charles. On channel, that was on 11.
Something that made
had
me
magic in it.
That one
my
gave
drama
me life.
to be real.
I loved it. It was so ridiculous. It was so ridiculous.
That one had vampires and stuff.
Yes, it did. It was awesome.
St. Charles or something like that.
I can't remember. It'll come to me later. It will come to me later. It will. But that was my favorite thing. I used to love that. Young and the Restless.
So what is Nate doing right now? For the reason he's
Nate? Oh yes, my announcements. I told you guys I had things to tell you. So let me tell you. So the first thing is where Nate, the regular host of this show, is. I am a co-host for real, y'all. So Force Continuum.
Frame.
Stay in my lane.
No, stay in frame.
Oh,
I gotta
right.
stay.
You and your Facebook Live. So Force Continuum is the play that Nate is in. It is being put on by Cohesion Theater Company. It was directed by Rosalind Cawthorn and directed by Kia Cawthorn. Good Lord, DC's conundrums. And there's a lot of C's. There's the Continuum C, the Cohesion Company. There's a lot of
They could get in
Cs.
trouble for copyright infringement.
Why would they do that?
Because that's the same. No, I'm not going to put it out there.
We're not going to do it like that.
Because
so
that's
there
the same
happened
logo. They just used the same logo from that show Continuum that used to come on Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, he may have done that on purpose, actually. Okay, so the show is going on at 3200 Dillon Street in Baltimore at the United Evangelical Church. There was a show tonight. It started 40 minutes ago, so if you're not parking, you've missed it. You've missed it if you're parking, but if you're not parking, you really have missed it.
How long is the show?
I think it's 90 minutes.
Okay. That's not bad. Like a movie.
Maybe an hour. Yeah. So no, an hour is not as way. Never mind. Don't
like going to a movie.
Yeah.
Is there an intermission?
I don't know. I don't really know a whole lot about it. I know that it's a play about black cops, a family of black cops, and what they deal with, the duality of being both black and a cop.
What happened? And who called? Somebody just called me Carl. Who did that?
I don't know what's happening.
Was that
so
a
I'm
text
gonna
in there?
listen. So I'm gonna read one more poem before we go to our next break.
It.
Mm.
Somebody tried.
So here's
my
the piece.
entire life.
Here's the piece. It is called 25 of 30 because, why not just number them? That's the easiest way to go. When I was walking in the park today, several homeless people stopped me. It was the longest time I've spent in Hemming Park since my return from Chicago. They let me know I was missed. They asked me if I'd be doing some more poetry in the park anytime soon. They remembered my name, too. On Patricia's tongue, it sounds so comfortable and cozy. She says it like she knows me. Continues a conversation about fashion that we'd never begun. Tells me my workshops are a lot of fun. She asked me to take a picture. She asked to take a picture with me, and I'm late for slam practice. I'm not in the mood. I am too hot, too busy, too selfish, and negligent. She gives me a gift. It's from India. Precious fabric, rich colors. The pants belong to her mother. She draws a picture of me wearing them on a piece of cardboard. I tell her I will accept the picture instead of the trousers. She speaks louder. Ebony, do not offend me. I accept them graciously. She is my elder. I am blessed by her gesture. I feel welcome. I feel home. Isn't she good?
Who was this again?
This is Ebony Payne English. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. Oh, sorry.
She live here?
No, she lives in Jacksonville.
Okay. Mississippi. There's too many S's in that word.
Yes.
And 10 roofed houses.
There are 10 roof houses in Florida. It's okay. We love ourselves, Floridians.
Oh, she's in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, I thought you said Mississippi.
Oh, no.
It's a lot
Jacksonville,
of 10 roof
Florida.
houses.
There are a lot of 10 roof houses in Mississippi too. I got family there too now. I'm all over the South. Okay.
I'll never see them unless they come here.
You got to go to Mississippi. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It really is.
Never.
It's beautiful. I mean, you got to be careful where you're going, but it's beautiful.
No, because they got those rules in the bathrooms too.
Oh, do they have? I didn't know that. Oh, boo, guys. You know that Mississippi actually banned Sesame Street from playing on television, saying that the people of their state were not ready to see people of different races living together in harmony.
That's why I won't go. That's why they'll never see me.
Mississippi is a very interesting state if you've never been.
I'm never going.
It's a very interesting place.
Those are one of it's one of the states that I will never visit.
Oh, it's such a shame too, because the bayou is beautiful. Okay, so
I've been to New Orleans. That bayou.
Okay. Okay. I guess it's kind of the same at that point. I guess
as far
this point
inland I'll go.
This is the Artist Exchange Radio Show on Be Exposed Radio. On BeExposedRadio.com. This is your host for the evening, Big Mama Alma Brown. I am in the studio with Monty, the infamous.
Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break, pay some bills. But remember, if you'd like to join the conversation, it's 410-702-5657. Or you can text in at 443-642-9403. I hope to hear from you. Don't go nowhere. We got lots to tell you and plenty to talk about.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom.
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Wait. Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second. What?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
In the forest, can you see this? And this. And this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
I didn't know it could do that!
Because one trip to the forest can spark a world of difference.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, canoeing, fishing, or camping. Or create your own adventure with family and friends, and you might just see this. Your moment's out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
What are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
Well, what are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. Don't you remember me? Don't you know that we miss you?
Miss me? Who misses me?
You know, all your friends in the forest. The trees, the pond, that little fort that you made out of branches. We all miss you.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
The forest is not that far away. Have an adventure today. I'm sure your mom would take you.
You're right. I should get out. I want to have fun. Play in puddles, catch frogs, and climb trees. Hey, Mom!
Yeah, hon. Steven, what is that in your hand?
It's my sense of adventure, Mom. It's telling me we need to get out of the house and have some fun in nature today.
Come to the forest where the more adventurous you lives. Check out discovertheforest.org
to
for cool places nearby. Brought to you
BeExposedRadio.com.
by the U.S.
Sit
Forest
back,
Service.
relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Football, you basically have a good 10 to 12 years, and that's what it is.
When you have a lot of people retiring early, it's funny. A lot of me and my alumni from UVA, where I graduated from, one of our fellow Wahoos, he retired yesterday, 32 years old, to Shaw Ferguson, and he's been in the league like 10 or 12 years. So, like you said, a lot of guys are making that change on their own now because they're seeing a lot of things from the concussion movement,
right?
Stuff that's been happening. Is not the noun, is the effects later, because you see different stories of men are in like their 50s and some are committing suicide because of the banging in the voices or the concussions. And
did you see that?
I haven't got a chance to see it. But
not the movie, but did you see those effects?
I have seen concussions in college where guys have played that whole entire game and didn't realize they was at a football game.
Wow.
But like before the big.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something, and oh, wait, hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway.
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs.
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd
on.
you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Yes. Welcome back. Hello out there in Radio Land. This is your host for the evening, Big Mama Ama. And joining me in the studio this evening is our wonderful station owner, Monty.
No, it's not.
Monty.
Oh, okay, because you heard her.
I did.
You heard her put a T on it.
I did.
She's
That's
trying
my
it.
bad.
If there was a whole bunch of rocks in here, she
That's terrible. You just go straight stone me, Monty. Oh, no. A slip of the tongue. Okay, so I'm going to read definitely one more, hopefully two more pieces for you before the night's over. You ready?
How many more bricks you got?
This is I think this is the last one, right? Right. This is the last segment. We're done after this. So, you ready?
Sure.
Okay. This is not a love story.
It's 30 of them?
Yeah, she did 30.
You did 24 of them tonight?
No. I only read like 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. This is not a love story. This is a tale of growth and development. Photosynthetic connectivity that brings out the best in me. You be son, I be daughter. Universal algorithm is the author of this saga. I be sun, you be moon. Some days we change phase and I reflect you. In our hearts, we are stars, sharing the same constellation. Our form follows the function of fluidity. We flow freely, pouring into each other's vacancies with patience. We participate in the mastery of our own fate. While we wait, we win the numbers game. Thankfully, they're as honest as they claim. After we came, nothing was ever the same.
Emphasis.
The colors were brighter, the vibrations were higher, my spirit is lighter, consequently, we ascend. Our perspective extends beyond the borders of basic understanding, notwithstanding the relevance of this realm. They need us as much as we need them. So we keep our vacations brief. We chief in circles of warriors, kings, queens, gods, and alchemists. The outcome of higher standards of excellence, our resonance, is the excrement of eclectic collision. We are nuclear fission, two whole parts of a soul. When our legend is told, may it unfold the born intricacies of love's intimacy.
So let me just sum this up for you guys. There was sex. There was coming. There was smoking of the weed.
And then
there was a lot of people.
Mind melding.
Right. There's a lot of people in this scenario. So there was an orgy. And then there was an epic climax at the end.
Yes, there was. One of the things that I love about Ebony, but that's what every one of Ebony's pieces will do that to you. It takes you through
a whole
this.
bunch of filth.
Not filth. It takes you through emotions. She tells you a story and she pulls you along with the visuals, man.
Yeah, because there was
genius.
an emphasis on the one word, and it was came.
The piece is not on here, but one of the other pieces that I love that she does, it starts with, she said, the devil sings to me at night. He sits on the corner of my bed and he sings sweet lullabies. And she's talking about
It's the devil's doing it. Is he swinging his legs?
well, she's talking about the decision, being in an intimate moment and deciding, no, I need to. My life is more important than my nuts. I need to strap up. Do you have a condom? So she's talking about that moment where you are with someone who doesn't want you to think about that, but you need to stop and think about it. And the way she does it, amen. And the way she does it is she makes it about the music, the distraction. Oh, baby, don't worry about that. Come on, it gets louder and louder. And the way she tells the piece, you can hear the music getting loud. It's so good. It's so good.
Takes me back to when I wasn't in my 30s. And people, would try that kind of stuff.
Hey, come on. It's
That's
all good.
not okay.
No, it's not. Your life has to be more important.
Filthy.
Yes.
I'm over this.
Your life.
Drink.
Wait, you got the headphones on now, don't so I appreciate Ebony's writing. I always have. It was a talent that we discovered she had much later on after high school. She wrote a few pieces in high school, but nothing as good as when we graduated and she had experienced even the few things that she experienced. She blossomed into this amazing writer. And she always had bars. She was always a rapper. But she learned to be a poet after she graduated. Well, both of my friends are really good writers. Sherika is also a dope poet. She's being a mom now, and that's what's most important to her. So she's let go of a lot of the things.
I always feel like I want to bring Bernie Sanders into everything.
Why? Why, Monty? Why? Let's see. What else? What else can we? So before we go for the evening, don't forget to go and vote at repyogrind.com. That's repyogrind.com. You have until May 10th. You can vote once a day on any device that you have. On May 14th is the Be Exposed open house from 12 to 5. We are located at 110 East Lexington Street. We are open to the public, and this is a networking event. We invite you to come meet some new people. And meet the other hosts.
14th.
May 14th. What did I say? I'm sorry. I
think you said May 17th. That's when my show come back.
Oh, that's when your show comes back. May 17th?
That's 7 o'clock.
What, at 7 o'clock. Okay, 17th at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the open house is
the 14th.
Is 14th at 12. All right. So we got that straight. Don't forget.
Following the open house is the happy hour.
Room at the Tropical Lounge. Our some new stuff coming with them. I guess I don't know what I'm going to
7 East Lexington Street. So we're at 110. They're at 7. It's walking distance.
Yes.
It's right across the street.
Right across St.
almost
Paul. Directly.
Right across St.
So come and party with us because we're going to be partying. Okay, so this is the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. We will be back tomorrow, not early, but bright at 12 o'clock p.m. Catch us here from 12 to 2, and we'll see you then. Have a wonderful night.
Oh, what do I want?
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired Radio Show.
Focus on the word take for a moment.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I mean, when I begin to just, think about take.